Boom. Peace. Intro. What's up, guys? Well, there you go. There's what I did to that charger. I took that ugly thing and I tried to make me a wide body. I think she came out not too bad there for my first shot at a wide body. That thing is just hideous. Them wheels, that thing is just ugly. I guess it'd look better with a wheel swap right off the bat, but anyway, as you see, I put a nice fat stance on her. Stuck the wheels out. Twin turbo engine, all that good stuff. And squatted her down a bit. Had to do a lot. I had to grind that all the way up just to flare the wheel well down. But then I took her and stuck twin turbo engine in her. Put decals on the engine, Holley, Moroso on the valve covers, interior, steering wheel, shifter, NOS bottle as you see in there. I had to make my whole base. That other base wouldn't work. I had to make my own. Let me back it up so you can see it. I had to make my own base. That transmission, an oil pan, I made that oil pan. I made that transmission as well. Rear end, suspension, everything. This whole base is mine. I just cut the end off the charger and the front and stuck it on there. See if I find my piece. Yeah, here it is. This is how I made that transmission. Putty. I took some of the putty I used for the wheel to make to fatten her out, and I placed it on there. Then I took a 3D printed engine with a piece of saran wrap. I put a piece of saran wrap there and then pushed the engine down in it. Pulled the engine back out and left the saran wrap there. And let it dry for about 4 hours. Then I took some more putty and just smeared it right on top of it, on top of the saran wrap, and let it dry for about 4 more hours, and then just lifted it right off there. Pulled the saran wrap off, sanded it down till I got it as flat as I wanted it, and glued her to the bottom. And I wish, see how I dug those exhaust pipes down? I folded them down and went inside. I wish I would have done that right there in front of the rear end and then came back up behind the rear end instead of going around the side like that. But I did, and afterwards I was like, man, I should have done that a little different. Still looks cool, but if she sits nice and flat and rolls great. I mean, she rolls great. And like I said, she sits flat. Got the twin turbos in there. Like I said, you had to remove everything to get. There you go. Rolls straight too. When you're doing your own setup like that, you got to try to keep that stuff straight or it won't roll straight. It'll dog track or it'll roll crooked or nope, this baby rolls straight as it can be. It rolls straighter than some regular Hot Wheels. And I didn't even use the Easy Jig. Easy Jig wouldn't really work on it for what I was doing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. So pretty cool, not bad for the first one, huh? Of course, I learned a lot off the first one, things I could do to make it easier for me. I mean, I made her look pretty good there, as you can see, but it took a lot of sanding and forming that I figured out later I could have done a lot quicker had I just done things a little bit differently. For example, after you put that putty on there, I put pieces of cardboard sticking out of the wheel well, just the size I wanted, so I could smear it right on there. But it leaves a bit of a rough texture, and you come back and sand it. Well, when I was messing with another part, I went ahead and got my finger wet, and I rubbed it across it after my finger was wet, and it just smoothed it out, like just smooth as can be. And I thought, dang it, that's what I should have done to that. It saved you some sanding time, you know. And but you know, that's how it is with the first time you do one of those things. You just got to figure some things out. And then it was all I could do to get that baby tucked down like that, because I wanted the turbos up, but I didn't want to remove my front post. So I got it tucked down where it looks right, like it's supposed to be. It lines up with the transmission that I mounted underneath the bottom, and I think she looks pretty good. And but like I said, you know, there's a couple things that I would probably do different if I'd done it again, and the one would be that exhaust. Like I said, that exhaust don't look bad, but I wouldn't have went around like that. Um, I would have went ahead and dove it down, like I said. And if I did another one, I don't know. I wanted those smaller wheels on there and tires so I could sit them, because they're a little bit fatter, and I could get them down deeper. But I would like to do some. I would like to have tucked those wheels and tires up in there. I think they would have looked good. But I had already set up my axles for those. Um, and after I got it done, I was like, oh man, because I had these wheels sitting on this GTO over here. And I was like, oh man, you know what? That would have looked good if I'd have tucked those up in there. I mean, it still looks good. It still looks good with those, but I think it would have looked nice. You know, it looked pretty cool with them other ones. But anyway, what do you guys think? I think she came out pretty cool. And like you said, if you look at her, maybe I should stop the turntable so you could see it. And you can see it's whoops. Let's get her where you can see. Get my turntable there. You can see she's straight, even. Turntable wobbles. So she's pretty cool. Came out pretty good. And not too bad. I just wanted to keep her kind of simple, so I just put flames down the side, and I kind of ran them up over the top. You see there, I don't know if you can see how I run them up on the top. So I just wanted to kind of keep her simple without too much detail, you know, decals and all of that, and just, you know, kind of clean. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Think I did okay? Did it look better than this one? And like I said, I couldn't use that base at all. I actually I just cut, like I said, the front off and the rear off, and I glued them to my plate. And like I said, if I did it again, there's some things I would change on that. And but down here, but I mean, it still looks okay. But I think it would have looked better had I dug it down, like I was saying. But I think that transmission came out pretty cool. What do you guys think? Can you see it? It formed pretty good. And that oil pan, I just made that out of square styrene, cut it, notched it, all of that. So anyway, there she is, guys. Let me know what you think. And I mean, it is available if somebody wants it. If not, it'll just go in my collection. No big deal. But I've got some things I was going to be doing, wide bodies on in the future, and I went ahead and tried it out on this because I grabbed these initially to use for general ease, but they're just not going to work for me. I don't like it. I don't like this rear glass. That's not the general Lee, and I just don't like it, and I don't like the headlights. They're not on the General Lee, and I think that would have even looked better had it been a 69 Charger. Well, it is a 69 Charger, but not the 500. I think it would have looked awesome with the General Lee casting done up like that. But I don't have one. I have one, and it's for the Mustang hunter. He wants a General Lee, so I'm saving it for when I make his General Lee. I don't want to use it for this. But anyway, there she is, guys. Let me know what you think. Hope you like it. I better get busy. I'm almost done with them 4 Mountain Dew Porsche, but I got to do a little bit of interior work, and I still got to clear them. And then I'll be going on to the next ones. So anyway, hope y'all like it. Yeah, this is kind of a short video, and like I said, these wheels look cool. I think they look just fine, but if you can picture them with those others, I think they would have looked sweet. And it'd take more finesse because it has very little clearance with them other wheels on there. But once you got them lined up, they won't rub. I mock it all up before I do any painting or anything like that. But pretty sweet. I don't know. I think she came out pretty good. I know I've said that several times, but I just was kind of leery because I haven't done any of this putty work stuff, and I really wasn't sure how it was going to work. But like I said, it's a lot easier than it appears. You just got to prepare. And I could have made it easier on myself. Like I said, if you get your finger wet afterwards and just kind of smooth it back over, it just smooths out real fine. But of course, I had already done that with a dry finger, and when I discovered that. And biggest thing I noticed is you need to really prep up that metal real good. Get it raw, and then I scrub it with some, I actually hit it with my file, went around it, and then I had a piece of 80 grit sandpaper. I rubbed like this right where I was going to put it so it would really stick to it, because I tried it on another piece, and it didn't want to stick real good. But what was weird was, check this out. I smeared some on a surf and turf without even removing the paint. And man, it just cleaned right to it. I mean, it won't come off at all. It was like it stuck to the painted surface better than it stuck to the raw metal surface. I was like, whoa, that is weird. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Interior's done up, steering wheel, everything, the whole 9 yards. NOS bottle. And I wasn't going to put NOS on it because it has twin turbos, but you'd be surprised how many times supercharged and turbocharged benefit from a good old boost of NOS. I mean, it really does benefit them sometimes. So, and people do it. So if you're thinking, what do you put NOS in there for? You don't do that to a twin turbo. Well, yeah, actually you do. And some people do, and so on and so on. But I better let you guys go. I've rambled on enough. Let me know what you guys think. Hope it looks cool. And peace. Outro.